Tonight, sleeping feels safe. You close a door, a lock clicks, a light turns off. A bed holds your body above the floor. But for ancient humans, sleep meant something stranger. It meant becoming helpless while the world stayed awake. For hours, your eyes stopped watching. Your ears became slower. Your body reacted late. And outside, the night did not pause. So the real question is not, did ancient humans have beds? The real question is, how did they survive sleep? Because sleep is not optional. A human can fight hunger for a while. A human can walk through pain. But sooner or later, the brain demands darkness. And when the brain demands sleep, even the smartest animal becomes soft, slow, and easy to surprise. Modern sleep hides this problem. Walls block the wind. Windows block insects. Locks block strangers. Heating blocks cold. Electric lights block darkness.
Ancient humans had none of that in the modern sense. No bedroom, no sealed room, no button that made the night safe. And we cannot know exactly how every ancient group slept. Humans lived in different places, climates, and time periods. But evidence, biology, and studies of some present-day small-scale societies give us clues. The first clue is location. Ancient humans probably did not just fall asleep anywhere like a tired cartoon character. A bad sleeping place could be wet, exposed, too cold, too hot, full of insects, or too far from the group. So a safer place mattered. Dry ground mattered. Shelter from wind mattered. A place near others mattered.
Sometimes that may have meant a cave or rock shelter, but it did not always mean caves. Many people lived in camps or temporary shelters. The perfect sleeping place was not perfect. It was just less bad than the open world around it. Imagine choosing between a windy hill, a muddy hollow, and a dry spot near a small fire. Ancient survival was often that practical. The second clue is darkness. Humans depend heavily on vision. In daylight, you can read faces, tracks, movement, distance, and danger. At night, the same world becomes harder to understand. A branch can sound alive. A shadow can hide shape. A small noise can become important. Darkness did not make ancient humans helpless. They knew their landscapes far better than most of us do. But darkness still limited fast response. If something moved near camp, seeing it quickly was harder. That means sleep was not only about lying down, it was about reducing the number of surprises. One layer of safety was the group. A single sleeping human is fragile. A group of sleeping humans is still vulnerable, but less alone. Other people meant body heat, shared awareness, familiar sounds, and someone nearby if the night changed. This may be one reason human sleep became social, not always in one exact pattern, but often close to others. The group was like the first wall, not made of stone, but made of bodies, ears, memory, and trust. And the group did not need everyone awake at the same time to be useful.
Research with the Hadza, a hunter-gatherer group in Tanzania, suggests people can have different sleep timing within the same group. This variation can create something like nighttime coverage, not a formal guard system, but a natural overlap of sleepers and wakeful people. One person may fall asleep early, another may stay awake longer. Someone older may wake more easily, someone else may rise before dawn. Across the night, the camp may never be completely silent, in the same way a locked modern bedroom is silent. This does not mean all ancient humans had night guards. That would be too confident. It means flexible sleep could have been useful. A group with different rhythms may notice more than one person sleeping alone. Then there was fire.
Fire is the answer people expect, but it was not magic. Fire gave warmth, it gave light, it created a small circle where people could see faces, hands, tools, and food. It may also have helped with insects, and possibly made some animals more cautious around camp.
But fire needed fuel. Fire could die. Fire made smoke. Fire had to be managed. It was a tool, not a force field. Still, even a small fire changed the meaning of night. Around fire, humans could talk, repair tools, share food, watch shadows, and stay awake after sunset. Some studies of present-day hunter-gatherer and pre-industrial groups show people do not simply sleep the moment the sun disappears. In some groups, sleep begins hours after sunset, often when the night grows cooler. These studies are not perfect copies of Paleolithic life, but they remind us that ancient sleep was not just sunset, sleep, sunrise. Night could include talking, listening, feeding the fire, waiting for the air to cool, and slowly becoming sleepy together. Now we reach the thing that sounds most like a bed, but still was not really about luxury. At Border Cave in South Africa, archaeologists found evidence of grass bedding over ash from around 200,000 years ago. This is one important site, not proof that all ancient humans slept this way.
But it suggests something clever. The ground could be changed. A sleeping place could be prepared. Grass could make a surface softer and cleaner. Ash underneath may have helped discourage crawling insects like ticks. That matters because insects are not a small detail. If you sleep on the ground is alive. A safe sleeping place had to deal with cold, damp, bugs, dirt, smoke, and the bodies of other people. So ancient sleep was probably not one invention. It was many small protections stacked together. Place helped. Group helped. Fire helped. Bedding helped. Ash may have helped at some sites. Flexible timing may have helped. And sound mattered too. In darkness, hearing becomes part of safety. A camp has normal sounds: breathing, fire cracking, insects, wind, people turning in sleep. A strange sound stands out because it breaks the pattern. The night is not silent. It is information.
Ancient humans were not superheroes. They were tired people with limited tools in a difficult world. But they were also intelligent, social, observant, and practical. They did not need one perfect solution. They needed enough small solutions to make sleep possible again and again. That is the real answer to how ancient humans survived sleep. They did not make the night safe. They made a small bubble of safety inside it. A chosen place, a nearby group, a controlled fire, a prepared ground, fewer insects, familiar sounds, different sleep rhythms. Not a bedroom, not a lock, not a safe bed. Just enough protection for the most vulnerable animal in the camp to close its eyes. And every morning they woke up, that system had worked one more time.